Yep, no more dredge. Jordan was saying he if he qualified for the invitational, he didn't want to be playing dredge because he feels like and at this next tournament because he feels like people might be gunning for it a little bit more prepared for it. All right, turn one Misty. We're just gonna play the new Bant Triumph. I cannot remember the name of it. This might be a decent matchup for Bant. Murktide's so good though. Ooh, Jordan's got main deck Blood Moons. Growth Spiral. Gonna get Spell Pierced. Land go, land go, land go. For the most part here. Blood Moon. Does it resolve? Shark Typhoon. Gonna go ahead and Shark Typhoon. X equals 1, looks like. Another Blood Moon. I see Unholy Heat, Spell Pierce, Blood Moon, Jordan's hand. Jordan has not played a single threat so far. I don't even see one in hand. Oh, that might be a Murktide in the back. Yeah. Get a second Blood Moon down. Ooh, and Brick has Odawara in hand, I believe. So I think he was planning on bouncing one of them on the instep, but second Blood Moon is actually making that not really a very viable line. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Yeah, yeah, there's a Murktide in Jordan's hand right now. You'd have to tap both of his blue sources to cast it. Looks like he's gonna do that and just put one counter on it, so make a 4/4 Murktide. Pass. Cycle of Triumph. So Jordan can basically, not lose his Murktide this turn. He's got Spell Pierce and Counterspell in hand, I believe. So it might be hard for Brick to deal with it after this turn. The Brick has his own. Yeah, I think I see a Counterspell in Brick's hand, but he's just got the one single blue mana and 5 mountains right now. So Brick takes 4. And scoops it up. Can't deal with the Blood Moons. Unable to cast any spells here. All right. Finished boarding. We're gonna resolve some mulligans here. See DRCs. That looks like a sweet hand from Jordan. Couple DRCs, couple considers, and a Spell Pierce, I think. DRC, hold a Spell Pierce seems pretty sick. Not sure what all's in Brick's hand. I do see an Endurance, which is going to be very effective versus Dragon's Rage Channeler and the Spell Pierce. Cannot touch Endurance. That's probably my biggest gripe against the Elementals, because I love to play Spell Pierce and counter like removal and stuff for one mana, but you cannot stop Endurance, Solitude, Fury with Spell Pierce. And there's just no good, like, Essence Scatters 2 mana. At least I don't think there's no like Spell Pierce equivalent, right? For creature spells? Pretty sure there's not. Get in for 1. Hold up the Pierce. Or Spears, as I like to call it. I think I see 2 Endurances in Brick's hand. Jordan does not want to fire off Consider. Does not want to go shields down at all here. Is that a Murktide in hand, though? That's going to be... Could be an extremely quick Murktide. Alright. Fires off the Consider main phase, gets a couple of Surveil triggers. Murktide to the bin. A DRC to the bin. Probably just looking for some more counter magic here if I had to guess. Decides to draw that. Looked like an expressive iteration. Yep. Wow. Brick does not go for the Endurance. Probably worried about getting a counterspell. Just gonna go for an Archmage Charm and try to steal one. I like this play actually. It doesn't line up very well against Spell Pierce though, but sup, Spunky. Breaker went for a more patient play there to not flash an Endurance into a possible counterspell mana. But Archmage Charm significantly not as good versus Spell Pierce, which just happened to be what was in Jordan's hand. But that's kind of why you go for the Archmage Charm. You're saying, well, I value this Endurance more than this Charm, so let's fire off the Charm first. And if it works, you have a DRC on your side. So Brick decides to flash an Endurance when Jordan was tapped out there, I believe. Jordan gonna untap, cast an Iteration. Surveil, Surveil. Did anyone see the Ledger Shredder, Arclight Phoenix, Swift Spear DRC list that Spike was playing? I thought that list was pretty cool. Okay, I saw a Blood Moon off that iteration. I'm not sure if that's what he put in his hand. It looks like it is. Bricker's mana here is pretty susceptible to Blood Moon. But Jordan does not have the mana to cast it this turn. What's up, big guy? Can't jam Murktide, not enough cards in the graveyard. Just curious what setup is used to stream live FNM. If you're asking about our cameras, they are Sony 4K Handycam AX43, I think is what they're called. We have 4 of those actually for a commentator cam, and then 3 feature match cameras, and then we have a couple 1080p Logitech webcams out there for the player cams. I guess this kind of shows the whole view of the player cams, but these are the how we crop them to show the the relevant player for each feature match table. All right, Brick plays his top land, passes. Back to Jordan's turn. Brick should have another Endurance in hand, I believe. Jordan's gonna slam a Blood Moon. So this is pretty brutal because Bricker will be forced to either he has a counterspell here, or he's gonna be forced to slam this Endurance now. I mean, Brick, he plays Archmage Charm at least, so there's that. So he could, could have possible counterspells here. Okay, so I think we floated mana, let the Blood Moon resolve, and then tried to Force of Vigor it, and I got countered. Although, if Jordan turns on Delirium here and he's forced to attack, Endurance gets to just eat one of these Dragon's Rage Channelers for free. Okay, it looks like he... Oh no, he does have Delirium, so he has to attack. Okay, so Perk just had a second Force of Vigor. Blows up the Blood Moon before going to his turn by pitching an Endurance. Jam Typhoon. Interesting. Okay. And then pass, leaving the Endurance back. Oh, and that's a Magus too? Wow. Jordan is just all in on these moon effects. Bricker with no cards in hand. Going to casting Murktide here. Probably going to try to take Delirium offline so he doesn't just lose his Dragon's Rage Channeler for no reason. So 3 counters on Murktide. It's a 6/6. Just gonna pull up Magus of the Moon in case people haven't seen it before, but it's just Blood Moon on a body, basically. Very popular, at least climbed in popularity a lot since the rise of Beseju. Does Jordan just own every modern legal card? I swear he's always playing something different. No, he literally buys and sells decks like it's nobody's business. Yeah. He'll just literally buy a new deck and then just turn around and sell it after playing it once. I'm gonna assume he delved away Delirium there to not have to attack with DRC. Iteration, play a Scalding Tarn that's just a mountain. I think Jordan has another Murktide in hand that he must have hit off of Iteration, maybe. Yeah, this is Jordan's first time playing Murktide, I believe. I think he used to play Grixis Death Shadow. So Delirium must have been turned back on, and DRC has to attack. Endurance gets to eat it for free, and then Brick's going to take 6. And Jordan is going to... Oh, Unholy Heat before damage. Could have Unholy Heated it before blocks to get that extra damage through. If you know, if that was the play anyways. And Brick scoops it up. Can't beat the Blood Moon effects. Just main deck Blood Moon and then boarding into Magus's as well. Brutal.